evening, Randomizer fans, and welcome to the FFR Irongol Heavy Metal Championship. My name is Lord Fizzlebeef, and joining with me in the booth today is Danny. How's it going, Danny?
Pretty good. We definitely have an interesting race for everyone tonight. I believe they were spooky flags the other day.
Spooky.
Maybe a little spooky. Maybe a little less spooky today. I'm not sure, but the flags still remain the same, and I think it's gonna be very interesting and a lot of fun.
So let's talk about party setups. The first question going through everyone's mind is, were they Force 2 nuns? Yes, they were Force 2 nuns, but they've named them, and that's an important thing. How are we going to be getting characters today? Well, we're not doing Tavern Mode, the Tavern Mode we all know and love. No, we figured out a way to stick characters behind fiends. So we're going to have to kill bosses to get the characters, to kill the bosses to get the characters. Yeah.
It's like getting a prize. Like, you only get an orb, but now you get another party member.
It's like if Catch-22 was a choose-your-own-adventure. Alright, we're going to get these guys rolling in just a moment now. Let's talk a little bit more about the flags that we're going to be dealing with tonight. We got Town Shuffle, but no Entrance Floor Shuffle. Just Towns. We've got open progression everywhere except the airship dock. We've got Short Topher, but it's a Short Topher that requires fighting all 4 fiends. And let's talk incentives real quick, because this is a doozy. Main NPCs are not incentivized, but their items are shuffled. There's exactly 5 things incentivized in 5 locations. We will find the floater, the canoe, the katana, the vorpal, and a ribbon at Ordeals, Titan's Trove, Earth Cave, Sea Shrine, and Sky Palace. Notable that 4 of those require key items that are not incentivized. This is a thing.
It sure is. It is definitely a thing.
And one last thing to go over, we've got bonuses and malices going on. We've got, on Spellzapp side, we get a fighter with increased hit, increased health, less strength, and black mage agility growth. We get a red mage with the ability to equip a black shirt, the ability to get all level 1 white magic at the expense of worse hit percent and bad vitality. Red Mage also on Caleb's side, but he's got the black belt with Thief Luck, can wear Red Mage armor, cannot wear Pro Rings, and a strength penalty. So, hoo boy. Looking at the options that were available, I'm a little surprised we didn't go for either Thief or Black Mage, considering they get fancy weapons.
Well, fancy weapons are good, but maybe we'll get them later.
Question in chat. Black Mage Agility Growth is actually a boon, isn't it? It's listed as a Malice. And I think even for the fighter, it's a Malice. Alright, what do we got? Level 1 White Magic. Hey! We got Exit. Meanwhile, Black Magic, we got Zap.
Notable that Exit was White Mage locked, so that's not helping anybody currently.
But it is, though, because the Red Mage can have all level 1 White Magic.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
Thank you.
Blurst Classes is a real head game.
Uh-huh.
What the? There's a zombie in Canaria Castle. Who done it?
I believe his name is Rodham.
Right. So we're going with the spooky flags. Hey, all the NPCs are zombies with poison touch that die to a single swing. Let's go.
Oh, that's a lovely noise. Boy, are we going through a lot of pures this seed.
Oh yeah. Caleb deciding to do an impromptu Canaria grind, words that have not been said prior to this flag's implementation.
True, but I'm not mad at it.
Piers are kind of cheap-ish. Piers are kind of cheapish, but we're gonna need a lot of them.
We sure are.
So Spellzapp, first out of the Canaria area, on his way to the Temple of Fiends, gonna go punch a Garland, while Caleb is cleaning up the streets of Canaria, ridding them of all the riffraff that we don't want hanging around our illustrious starter town. Question chat, is the spooky flag still actually live? Yep, it's on the beta site. I just looked.
I believe the name has been changed to Lich's.
Lich's Revenge?
Yeah.
Let me go find it real quick.
Yes,
Lich's Revenge. Yep. Also, I noticed that Garland was missing. Worth noting, I have not actually played with these flags, so I'm along for the ride with all of you.
Yeah, this was I haven't played them, and there has been the one race of them, and I was a little busy Saturday night and didn't get a chance to really watch it. So this is all pretty new to me too.
So with the outrageous amount of loose items, there's one. Spellzapp decides that a Matoya check is in order. We got ourselves some Badiment. Gonna go turn it into dwarves, see what it turns into. Fetch NPCs are not incentivized, so it could be anything.
Here's hoping it's lots of money for Pures.
Not much really in the way of treasure out of Temple of Fiends. Caleb decides to reset out of it. Garland decides to retreat. Garland wants absolutely nothing to do with this flag set. Princess Sarah's a zombie. We gotta stab her before she teleports back to Canaria.
Spellzapp making his way over to what would be normally Provoca is found Elfland with Ice 3 and Warp and Black Magic. Nothing too notable I didn't see in White Magic. Heal 3 at 4 is pretty good. Ice 2 at 4 feels kind of bad when you just got Ice 3 at 3. But Lava 2 is good.
Yeah. Question chat, is the canal open? Nope. No, the only free thing we have is the bridge. Not content to clean out the citizens of Canaria, Spellzapp is taking his rage out on these poor, cursed citizens of Elfland. I distinctly them all being wah-wah about their prince being asleep. Now they're all zombies. Now they know what real hardship is.
Seems like rough goings over in Elfland.
Yeah.
Black belt casting magic. You don't see that every day. Oh. I missed exactly what those imps had, but Spellzapp sure did wipe to them. That's a noise I think we're going to need to get used to hearing.
Yeah. Until our runners buy like 400 pure pots, it's going to be the poison sound effects show. Everybody buckle up.
Thank goodness for back quantity today. Spellzapp headed the Dwarf Cave. Gonna find out what that adamant turns into. Hey, look! Oh, and gets a loose ruby while he's there.
Sure.
Hooray!
The Hooray Dwarf lives. What is that NPC? Oh, it's a ghost. Oh, wow.
Oh! Ow. And an unrunnable one.
The technical term for this is bad. Yeah.
With fire. Good luck. Thankfully, though, nothing. Well, to say nothing we really need right now because it was an XCal 1. However, if you could get through it and get away with it, vendor money? for peers? I don't know. But you're not using it right now, so at least it's not something they need.
Yeah. It was fine. So Spellzapp wisely decides to take the ruby and bail. What are we doing? Oh no, we're just using Northwest Castle as a pit stop as Spellzapp is heading towards Elfland Town. Gonna see what our other town on offer is. Meanwhile, Caleb still doing some Elfland shopping in the Provoca area. And with an ogre kill, wow, not even a level up. The experience is not great, and what's even worse for us is that we find Gaia as our Elfland location. So what this tells me is that either Adamant turns into something, or we're about to pick up a vendor item. Or there's something loose in Marsh. That's another possibility. Alright, so the vendor item is out. Yeah, so...
We're headed to Marsh.
Hey.
I mean, if you're gonna have it seed with, like, it's already full of zombies and stuff, I mean... kind of feels like maybe you've already been there.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, chat. Chat confirming that Adamant turned into a vanilla Excal.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So Spellzapp first into Marsh on the top route. What do we got in the top route? Besides a lot of encounters. That's... oof. Werewolf, Gerwolf. Ooh. Is that Stone Touch? I looked away for a moment and I saw something turn to stone. The werewolves aren't doing it, so I'm assuming the Gerwolves have Stone Touch, or at least some stone ability. And Arachnids with Gaze. Having a heck...
Flare.
Having a heck of a time getting through this early game with only 2 characters. Spellzapp still trying to run away from this fight, jiggling the cursor around, trying to get a little bit better RNG, but still gets paralyzed for the trouble, ends up resetting out. We're going to try this top split of Marsh again. Worth noting, bats are not zombies. That's a helpful service I provide, identifying what is and is not zombies.
Although thanks to quite possibly one of my favorite flags ever, NBC Guillotine, we can just talk to them and they can go away.
Yep. Get these bats out of here.
Caleb about to get the news. Oh.
Nope.
Never mind. Oh.
Hooray! No, we had to tag the hooray door first, and we may be out of camping equipment? Unsure. Oh, we get a loose slab. That doesn't help.
Indeed does not.
It made the ding noise, and that's about the full extent of the usefulness. Meanwhile, Caleb gets rumbled just outside Canaria by Fire 2 imps. Who rolled this again?
Quietly raises hand. Hopefully they both just remember after this that I liked them both and it was nothing personal.
With the Fire 2 making its way from the imps to the ghouls, it sure doesn't seem personal, as Spellzapp takes yet another wipe in Marsh Cave. Alright, what do we got in the bottom section of Marsh Cave? More so we got gaze arachnids, we got fire 2 ghouls. I don't believe I've seen... Oh no, Gerwolf's had something. I don't believe we've seen anything else lethal in here.
I want to say you're right.
No, we just have lots and lots of stun.
Yes, we do.
And ambush fire too.
Yeah, and that.
So Caleb making his way back to the scene of the dwarf cave as Spellzapp continues to be in this encounter. Stun's bad. As Caleb gets the good news about the Excalibur +1. Gonna try and zap this ghost. That doesn't work. Can't zap. Can't do anything. Resets back to outside Canaria.
Gets bounced out of dwarf cave only to start walking back to only get fire 2 imps. Feels kind of bad.
Meanwhile, Spellzapp fought his way to basically the bottom floor, only to get shut down by very hard-hitting gargoyles. So we'll count that as a 3rd lethal thing. No, sorry, 4th lethal thing.
I'm starting to feel like we should make a list.
Yeah. Alright, so we made it to the bottom floor. What do we got in here? We got some cash. Some more cash.
Everything's just so attack happy. It's like just hitting on everybody. It's a little rude. So, Aww.
And the stone touch from the Gerwolves. Wipe number next from Spellzapp. Spellzapp. Oh!
Oh!
Surprise! It's Lich.
Yes,
Goodbye,
ladies
Lich.
and gentlemen, that is a thing.
Like the boogie monster straight out of the closet, Lich goes a bloogie woogie woo, and then we just casually walk away.
I find it a little funny that he's been the easiest thing to get away from.
No respect, even in his own revenge-themed seed. Oh, the Gerwolves, on top of having Stone Touch, also have Trance. Let's see, Lich has Stun. Huge melee.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
He cracked that egg real hard.
Yeah. Discussion in chat. I'd expect Cloth +2 to be better than Chain -3. So, a brief treatise on Blurst armor. When it's a chest piece, each point is +2. Or each point is an absorb change of 2. So chain armor starts at 15, minus 3, which is minus 6, becomes 9. Cloth, which is 1, plus 2, which is plus 4, becomes 5. So chain minus 3 is still better than cloth, but within spitting distance.
And that,
Classic.
ladies and gentlemen, while Fizzle will be answering all those questions in chat, and I won't.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get one of them wrong eventually, and then chat will correct me, which is fine. So, Spellzapp is out of the Marsh Cave area, headed to a place that's not that.
Yeah, he seemed to have had enough. Well, Caleb got his slab and is headed back out to stay. Which I'm sure he'll get there eventually and nothing bad will happen.
No, that's not been the pattern at all thus far. And fire 2 ghouls. Fire 2 ghouls, say hello. Always say hello. Never not say hello. We had some question in chat on whether or not Blurst classes overrides the keep permissions flag for spell changes, and it seems as though it does. Hence our black belt with some sort of black mage permissions being able to learn Zap at level 1. And more discussion about blursing armor. So, yes, blursing does change an armor's evade value. However, the minimal amount that it changes, I feel like, is really not notable, if that makes sense. Yes, there is a change, but whereas absorb as a value gets like very, very notable and important at values as low as like 40 to 60, in order for evade to like really have an impact, it's got to be up in the like low to mid hundreds. So a change in value of like 2 to 5 is really tough to suss out whether or not it actually matters in the long run. It will save a couple attacks from hitting, but it's not something that I would prioritize or value more than absorb, if that makes sense. And Caleb's back to try Dwarf Cave shenanigans. We're gonna zap this ghost. We're gonna zap this ghost. We did it!
And there you go.
We did it. And we got Ninja. I'm confused why a ninja was there.
Third party member hype. Woo!
Danny, why was there a ninja there?
Because that's one of our new fun flags where you can get a member in weird places.
That's right. We've got... Which variant of it on? Because there's several variants. There's characters gated by fiends, which is what I thought we had for a moment there, but it turns out it's characters linked to key NPCs. As Spellzapp, once again in Bottom Marsh, finds the crown. That's a thing that we can turn into progress. Do I have the Ninja Blurst bonuses offhand? I believe I do. So, the Ninja is just basically the Thief, I'm pretty sure. Which is a flat +7 to luck. Can equip the katana, notable for the Ninja. At the cost of -20 to starting health and -10 to vitality. So it's going to be very squishy, Ninja. But it's going to be lucky.
Caleb getting that X-Cal +1, I say, from his adamant turn-in, which was a nice chunk of change that he just sold that for.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of needed, because they haven't really found a whole lot of money so far this season.
Yeah. So yeah, 22-minute mark. Caleb is on his way back to the Provoca area. We're on our way to Elflin for something. Possibly gear, possibly magic, we're not sure. I'm eager to see where he goes after that. Level 3 Ice 3 would be nice, but it doesn't solve many problems. Oh right, we have key permissions. We can't learn level 3 Ice, nor can we learn Warp. Blamp, blamp.
Sad times.
Comment in chat. Caleb's party is a black belt, a ninja, and an egg. Yep. Caleb's a big fan of his egg sprites. For good reason, because they're real good.
They really are. I'm a big fan of them post-promotion. Then they get hats.
Mm-hmm. Spellzapp back on the bottom floor. Gonna be looking to get that crown out of here. Headed straight for it. Don't care about any of these other boxes. See if unrunnable scorpions slow us down. The melee for a lot against the red mage, not so much against the fighter. Meanwhile, Caleb has completed shopping, already headed west, possibly back to Marsh again? At the very least, heading past Dwarf Cave, we've got only a couple cabins and one house.
Yeah, he did a couple of dips into. Oh, hello, ship.
Oh, here's a boat.
Yeah, he did. He was in Marsh for a little while, but he never saw the crown or the ship, so he still is looking for the things that Spellzapp has now found and just hasn't gotten out.
So with the boat, we can very quickly travel to all the locations we've already been to. Yeah, it's basically got to be Astos at this point. It can't be anything else, because we have the crown, and we have a bunch of things that we can't do anything with. And we've officially opened all the boxes. Meanwhile, Spellzapp's still in this Bone Arbone Crawl encounter. I wonder what bit was doing Stun Touch. Something's doing Stun Touch, but luckily all their strength is low enough that he doesn't have to worry about getting meleeed down. Question in chat, are fetch rewards shuffled? Nah. As Caleb gets the slab.
Again.
Again?
That is at least the second time he has acquired it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we had a race where we spent so much time in Marsh, and I will profusely apologize to both runners when this is over.
Mm-hmm.
And at the 27-minute mark, we've had a successful marsh dive.
Yay! Now to get the other side. Oh. Question in chat, was exit level 1? It was... I have a feeling this is one of those things where some of the flags are interacting goofily. Because I feel like it would have been learnable by these red mages, but apparently it was not. Due to either keep permissions or something.
It was slot 2.
Right. But I believe the red mages have learned level 1 white magic.
White magic. If that's the case, but keep permissions are on, so then could get it but can't use it?
Possibly.
I'm gonna pretend that's right, so I feel smart.
That's right.
That's where we're at today, folks. We're just gonna make guesses and pretend we're correct.
So Spellzapp gets the slab, sprinting out. Just a few unrunnable mucks in the way that rolled kind of downward on the strength scale, so this is probably doable. Oh, I might have had the wrong malices. That's why my stuff doesn't line up. Oh. One moment.
And at the 29-minute mark, we've had 2 successful marsh dives. Okay, those guys have a lot of things, and they're being very unkind to Caleb's party, who's already down 2 members, and poor Egg is, not looking long for this world. While Spellzapp makes his way up to Northwest Castle, gets his crystal from Astos. Checking level 8 magic and guy, finding Fade and Nuke at level 8. Feels kind of bad, but with key permissions on, you're not really getting those early anyway. Bring back his party members that hadn't made it through earlier. And that's up. Defeating Astos, Crystal, and picked up his newest party member.
Okay,
and
so I have...
He stops menuing so fast, I'll see what it was.
Alright, so I got a corrected list of complete buffs. So Spellzapp's fighter has plus 15% hit, plus 40 health, minus 15 strength, and black mage agility growth. Both of the red mages have plus 20 vitality, plus 40 health, minus 5 luck, and cannot equip bracelets. Caleb's black belt gets level 1 black magic spells, all night spells, at the cost of minus 10 strength and minus 10 vitality. And that there ninja gets ninja spells, the ability to equip a katana, at the cost of minus 20 health and minus 1% hit per level. So that's cool.
Again, there's spells up, buddy. You just menu. Switch. Okay.
Be done gone night.
We'll say, see, that's all we needed, was him to go buy things in a shop. Now we know he's got a knife.
Comments in chat. So the mages are working as intended. I believe the mages are working as intended. I think it's the black belt that's the oddity. And the Excal would be usable by a black mage if we had one. Well, it's technically also usable by that knight, I guess, but...
True.
Spooky. Oh, it's got... Oh, she's got sleep touch. Matoya put the elf prince to sleep. This is the lore and the world building that we're doing.
Also put Danny to sleep. I hear she doesn't sleep well anyways. Probably needed that nap.
Just after the 30-minute mark, Spellzapp is in a boat, is doing boat things, about to get the key, and with that key we're going to find out where in the gosh dang our canal went. Meanwhile, Caleb, in the bottom end of Marsh Cave, trying to figure out anything. Probably where the crown and the boat are.
Yeah, because unless I missed it, I don't think he's seen either of them yet, so. He's about to find things he's going to be happy to find, and then hope that he can get them out.
Meanwhile, we handed the herb to the elf medic, and got slapped because it was a geist the whole time, and the elf prince was really the vampire all along. He's resting up so that he can be his best speed bump that he possibly can be in the Earth Cave. Or maybe this is his summer home? I don't know.
I'm going with summer home. I kind of like that.
Question or comment in chat: if the fetches are vanilla, the TNT will lead to the canal. That's correct. Fetches are vanilla, but the TNT is not incentivized, so it could potentially be in a lot of places.
And that vampire that the prince turned into sent Spellzapp back out to sea. So we're going to try this one more time. But saving first before entering, because we don't want to get set back that far again.
Caleb's got a boat. And Spellzapp also gets a master, which is probably even better than it looks, because he technically now has access to level 1 zap. Level 1 zap. Or would if it was alive, I don't know. That vampire's hitting awfully hard. I mean, I know we're only working with chain armor right now, but still, gosh dang. Alright, last fire cast. Only 18 damage, not what we wanted to see. Counter punch for 110. It's time for melee. Melee for 14, melee for crit for 95. Final swing, missed. Final swing again, missed. The vampire sure didn't, though. Are we going to try that again?
I mean, I kind of think we have to, unless we just try for levels before we do that, because, yeah, is it kind of the only place we have to go?
Yeah, it's time for level grind, question mark? Comment in chat, there could also be a canoe in one of those places that leads to the TNT. An interesting guess, but canoe is one of our 5 incentive items fixed to one of our 5 incentive locations, none of which are accessible right now, so we know it's not the canoe. We know we're going to be getting the canal. Hey, it's a Lich! Oh, we didn't even get to see that damage. I wanted to see how high numbers went.
That was a real quick nope and a reset.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
At least it seems less frequent than, say, Unleashed Warmac. At least we're not dealing with Unleashed Lich.
I'm sure it'll be a flag before long. Eventually, at some point.
Crabcakes in chat pointing out that we are seeing the rarest of rarities, a grind for level 1 fire charges. Oh, I love this game.
I'm just quietly hoping they both still like me after this.
So Spellzapp's headed elsewhere for a grind area that doesn't involve Gurwolves with Trance and Stone Touch and all kinds of nonsense, while Caleb is on his way out of Stupid Marsh, probably holding all the thingies.
If I remember correctly, when Spellzapp went to do the Adamant turn-in, he kind of got bounced out of there by that ghost and didn't get the X-Cow. He may be going back, to turn that in because he can get that X-Cow, stick it on his knight, and might get through that vampire a little easier.
I don't know. Can this race really handle someone swinging a real sword? Are we ready for that? Can we handle that?
At this point, I have no clue.
Round 1 damage winner goes to that level 1 Firecast for 50 some odd damage. Whole lot of melee going whole lot of nowhere. Fire strikes again for 50. That's the most vigorous I've seen a Firecaster ever. 2 hits for 16 and doing nothing. Fire for 54. We're closing in on 200 damage. And we're rapidly running out of health. Melee does nothing. Fire for 52. Our Blade of Meat Shield has exploded, but we got 1 Firecast left in the chamber, but we're denied its use. Down goes the Red Mage. And the Ghost finishes the night off for good measure. We're gonna divert all power to the Meat Shields. Two hits, 20 damage. Impressive. Fire for 23. Oops. Around 50 damage in the first round. Second round, here we go. Swing, swing, fire. 2 hits, 10. Fire for 15. Oh no. First Meat Shield is critical. Second Meat Shield swings. 2 hits, 39, but immediately explodes. 2 hits, 26. The melee is doing work this time. Fire, still not so much. More Firecast for 40 damage. That Meat Shield is gone. Our hopes lie in the Spinal Firecast for 15 damage. Swing, 2 hits, 8. Nah. Alright. As Spellzapp versus the Ghost continues, we've got Caleb versus the Astos. We're gonna try zap him. It's gonna be difficult. Gonna try melee instead. Crit for 31. Astos ineffectually counterattacks. Here comes zap. Nah. Here comes swing for 6 damage. Incoming punch for 1. This is the playground slap fight to end all playground slap fights. But at least we got a fancy light show. Ooh, and it works! Zap gets there! Hot dang. I did not see that coming. Spellzapp taking a brief grind outside the Dwarf Cave in search of fire charges. And we in the boat. Caleb is boating for great justice. Looks like Spellzapp was actually grinding for health because we have not gone back and refreshed our magic charges. Spellzapp hitting the Hooray Door for all he's got.
Well, he kind of bounced off of it the first couple times he went in, so maybe hoping that, like, adding some joy to this might get him through it a little faster.
Well, we've started with a first round of around 42 damage. Incoming punch does 14 out of the melee. Fire for 56. We found the gas. Fire for 44, still in a positive direction. 2 hits for 64. Heck of a crit. Down goes meat shield number 1. Down goes meat shield number 2. Fire for 26. Last fire for 24. Doesn't get there. Do we get final swing? We do, for 2 hits for 2 damage. Yep. Alright, let's go wipe elsewhere.
I'd like to say you're wrong. However,
let's see if we can get this 4th party member.
yeah, I think the one thing that's made this seed just a bit easier in terms of for Caleb is the fact that he has Zap. Because he's definitely gotten through, like, he was able to get through the Ghost and Dwarf Cave. He was able, and, like, his Astos fights was easier because he was able to just, because Zap landed, so. He's definitely having just a tad bit easier go with some of these fights.
Yeah. So Spellzapp has returned to Elfville Castle. We're going to talk to our very angry undead healer. Gonna kind of explode it real quick. Kablam. Alright. Now, the Prince of Vampires. Here we go. Swing, swing, fire. Swing number 1 for 38. Swing number 2, missed. Incoming punch at the wrong target for a lot of damage. Fire only does 19. Vampire snipes the red mage. Outgoing melee isn't doing much. We're going to take the reset now and start over, because that's really not where we wanted targeting to go. Oh hey, Geist of Exfer. Spellzapp putting absolute maximum power to the meat shields. We've got 3 things in the way. Melee, missed. Melee, missed. Fire for 21. Punch still finds the red mage for a ton of damage. More melee, missed. Caleb explodes the vampire by cheating and using a real weapon equipped in the hands of a real warrior. Spellzapp continuing to do things the real way, the manly way. Nothing but melee and fire 1. Melee continues to miss. Fire for 21. Not quite. First meat shield goes down. A melee crit for 57. This might be the last firecast for 48. Vampire still there. Down goes the red mage, but we might have enough to get there. Melee is missing. Next melee, 2 hits for 174. Vampire is still there. Down goes a 3rd character, but a melee hit for 93. Down goes the vampire. We did it!
We got there, folks.
We done done it. Let's go open our prizes.
I kind of want to be like, dude, go get Zap on that that master.
We got some bad armor, and we got some mediocre cash. Here we go! What do we got in Black Magic? Level 7, Rub and Bane. Yikes. Meanwhile, Caleb, working on the treasury. We got 120 gold, cabin, a bad shield, some dragon armor, some good cash, and some alright cash. Alright. Meanwhile, Spellzapp, working on weapons. Are we just going with a single? Oh, because the clinic's probably so expensive. That's probably what's happening, is the Gaia clinic is way too expensive. We're just gonna hobble over to Canaria. Meanwhile, Caleb using the key in Temple of Fiends lock. Let's see who hits pay dirt. Spellzapp finds the bottle, and we know where Gaia is. That's a thingamajig. As Caleb finds the TNT, that's the more important thing of a jig.
It is, but at least Spellzapp's like location is convenient.
Right.
He's gotta walk right past Guy to get back on his boat.
Yeah. Gonna check Dwarf Key Log, see if we get anything that helps us. A cube? Fine cash, the mobile armor's not bad. An ice helmet. Ooh. That'll look great in the wood chipper. As Caleb is on his way out of Temple of Fiends. Shoutouts to Crabcakes in chat. Ice Helm, now you can kill the ghost. That's thinking with brain.
We're doing a whole lot of walking that we're gonna have to backtrack here to get our boat.
Sure, but at the very least we'll have a full party when we do it. Oh yeah, it's only like $5 at the party store in Canaria. This was probably the good play. Load up on some beer potions, some cabin, some whatever, as Caleb at the 48-minute mark is able to leave the inner sea.
After a vampire fight.
Yeah, we gotta blow up a vampire real quick. Zap gets there. We done it. We zapped poor Narek. Caleb gets his cube news. His Spellzapp is blocked by a zombie in Canaria Castle on his way to the keylock chests. Hooray! Okay, so where are we headed next? I know the obvious choices are town checks to see if we can rustle up a Provoca or a Crescent. But is that really all we have to do? We've got this incentive Earth sitting there, and we've got this Ruby in our inventory. Ooh, and we find Onrak. Oh, and we can do C because Fetch is vanilla and we have the bottle and we know where Gaia is. Oh boy.
Caleb has not got his bottle yet, though, so he doesn't know that he can do on rap.
Interesting. Chad also remarking whether or not he forgot the ruby. We're headed in a Titan direction. I have to assume it's in his inventory. I missed if it was there.
It looked like it, and I doubt he would be there if he did. Or I think he might have lost it on one of the, and did not pick it back up in Dwarf Cave. Because I want to say he had it, and it was in one of the Dwarf Cave boxes, but he had a wipe there early, and I think that he lost it and didn't pick it back up when he went back in.
Right.
So we have Caleb going back to Dwarf Cave to get his ruby.
At least it's a short fix, right? It's like maybe a minute round trip.
And as they high-five in Dwarf Cave, Caleb has his ruby and is headed back to Titans. While Spellzapp is trying once again.
We gotta kill that ghost.
Yes, we do. It's got a fancy sword blue on.
Yeah. It's a really old sword. That's why he has it. Chat calling to use the ice helm. Alright, Crunch Crunch Ruby. Titan wouldn't be a dead zombie person. Titan's a bro. We got a Falchion +4, a Bad Pro Ring, and an LOL Katana.
Which I will forever hear in your voice in my head go, Vendor Sword.
Vendor Sword.
No, we have well.
We have a ninja though, we can use it. It's good, I guess. Hooray! So it looks like the master was dropped. Was the master dropped?
I don't know if he got rid of it, but I do know he got punched real hard by that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't got master anymore. We're rocking Fighter Knight, Ninja, Red Mage. Interesting.
It's like everybody's wearing nice matching pajamas.
I know. They're all color coordinated.
They look like a cohesive team.
Yeah. Makes it through the vampire. That silver axe is doing a lot of work for him. Meanwhile, Sarda the Zombol had a Rouge shirt +2.
Not
Yeah,
exactly an item we need, but not a bad item to have.
Given how hard Mystery Random Lich has been open hand slapping people, I would not say no to a Rouge shirt.
Neither would I. As we get a glimpse at the fancy little title screen we get with these flags.
It's Halloween themed. It's spooky.
It's 2020. It's always spooky.
Alright, what do we got out of level 8 White Magic? We got... Hey, there's our Fade. And there's our Nuke.
Oh yeah, you missed those lovely realizations when you were getting the proper party member stats.
Question chat, what did Sarda have? He had a Rouge shirt. Rouge shirt +2, I think.
Yeah, it was +2.
Spellzapp gonna turn in the bottle, get his Oxyale. And imminently leave the inner sea.
Yeah, when he heads out and stops by Melman's, he'll have, like, pretty reason he wants, like, whatever was seed, then he'll have the Oxyale doing so, and we'll be able to do, like, pop in there if he wants. And Caleb, bumping into that box up there just remind me that we don't have trap tiles on this evening. And then heads down to the bottom part of... We got a Brack Staff and a Mesa +2.
First floor of Marsh. There's first floor of Earth. Everyone tells me this is a check to make, and I always tell them, nah. No. And then this happens.
I've always felt that way. Can't imagine why. However, I played a lot of seeds during the spring tournament that Caleb rolled, which makes me a little more prone to being okay with those checks.
Never Earth. Never, ever, never Earth. And then suddenly, Mazza and Brackstaff in Earth.
In side-by-side boxes.
Alright, we're gonna get our party back in order. Take brief look. No, we don't want those. Do we want these? No.
Yeah, I mean, Lit 3 wouldn't be bad to have, but...
Meanwhile, Caleb trying to zap a lich. Are we gonna get there? Nah. Oh yeah, we don't have any spike tiles, do we?
Do not. I remember it being mentioned in the race room beforehand when they were talking about the flags before the race started. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone run a seed, much less a race, without them. But I'd also completely forgot about it until Caleb stepped on one a minute ago and didn't get an encounter.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's like, so I always take for granted that no matter how terrible the encounter table is, it's like there's always the grind tiles, right? Grind tiles will always save. Not here.
So while Caleb continues his Earth dive, Spellzapp's continuing on his boat adventure. Caleb finding an Aegis Shield +1. That knight that they acquired sure is getting a lot of really nice things.
Yeah.
We've got an Aegis, we've got Dragon, we've got Exile, we've got a Mazda, we've got all kinds of lovely things for those knights.
I refuse to acknowledge the Earth Cave is a thing that exists and has things in it.
It's okay, we'll let you be delusional for this seed.
Saber teas with Toxic.
Oh.
Tigers with Fire.
I do know we found at least one pro ring earlier.
We seem to have found the Fire 2 seed. Oh, and we happened upon the town that isn't able to resurrect party members. Lol, 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 lol. So we got Cure 4 in white. That's red learnable, actually. And we had Fire 3. I believe that was on the warp slot. Spellzapp has decided he wants none of that and is headed in the general direction of Earth Cave. Gonna join Caleb inside, have a grand old time opening all the stupid boxes with stupid things in them. No, we're gonna do
something. I say that I'm now. It took me a second to realize, and now I'm seeing in chat. Spellzapp had the slab,
right,
which he could have done for the turn-in.
Sure.
Went back to Lefane, got his chime. He has the cube, and would have had all of Sky Mirage open.
Wait, where was Lefane? Was that Crescent?
Lefane was in Crescent, yeah.
It's Sky time. Let me hear it, chat. Let me hear the chant.
Sorry,
good talk, chat.
Chat has denied you.
Good talk, chat. Spellzapp getting his Rue shirt out of Zombol Sarda as Caleb is making slow but steady progress in the Earth Cave.
Hey, there you go, Fizzled.
Right,
in chat's got you back.
We got there. Comment in chat, for those not in the know, including myself, Lich question mark is actually a war mech that can be hurt by harm spells. Quake will still work 256 of the time. Because war mech's MDef is 200, like, even if it wasn't resistant to Earth, that still puts Quake at 3 and 256. Geists with Expert would be scary if we could resist anything. Spellzapp, blowing my mind, absolutely destroying my sense of anything that belongs in this game by taking a casual walk through the Hall of Giants.
Been a while since I've seen anybody loop. It's like I've every once in a while you'll see somebody just walk around it, just taking those fights over and over and over till they get around. But I've never seen anybody take a jog around it.
Yeah. And in the Earth incentive, we have the canoe. We've got the canoe, but we've also got the rod, so it's a good reason to just kind of push through to the end. All of our runners so far have been attempting, and usually succeeding, to run away from what I am now calling Turbo Lich. Eventually I want to see a kill, though.
I know in the race Saturday night when they used these flags, one of the runners, I believe it was DVS, did a lich grind right inside of ice after like you reset. It was a quick encounter. I'm not saying we need to see it this seed. I'm just saying I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah. Think of the experience.
Right?
Lich showing up in awfully common amount of times in his own dungeon. It's almost as though he lives here or something. Spellzapp on the second floor of Earth as Caleb shows flagrant disregard for trap tile placement. Just stampedes through rooms. Gonna check our ninja mouses real quick. Gonna check all of our stuff real quick just to see what we're doing. Are we making a lich run? Well, if it's a normal lich, yeah, we have three things. We can just push him over and laugh about it. But if it's the turbo lich, we might be in trouble.
I mean, we have people equipped with an X-Cal, at least on Spellzapp side, because Caleb chucked his for money. But we still have a Maz on each side. We have a Ruse 2 shirt on each side.
Oh no!
Oh
no! Caleb, no! The oozes also have fire too. Squint's flying, but I believe our ninja is resistant. The spells continue. Lots and lots of fasts. Egg 3 is unable to run down to 26 health. We're not taking any damage out of melee, but we need to get out of here yesterday. And melee for 30. Caleb wipes deep, deep, deep in Earth Cave. This is bad news. This was the break Spellzapp needed, I think.
yeah, because Spellzapp had a little bit of an early lead, but Caleb, with the his zap spell, getting through some of those fights much easier than Spellzapp was able to earlier on with the Prince, and then in Dwarf Cave was able to make up a lot of time and get just a bit ahead. But yeah, that wipes, you're gonna hurt just a little bit.
Images with 250 evade, maybe. Melee's not really seeming to do much right now. Neither is Fire 1. Best spell so far in the game. Well, except Zap, but Zap's cheating. Yeah, none of these melee swings are doing anything. As we see that the first skill out of Turbo Lich is Thunder. So, our Turbo Lich has first spell Stun, which is going to be bad for a while, I think, until our party members get some health, but it's not as bad as it could be. That Thunder, whew, that's the thing. Watch out for that thing.
Like, I know technically when I roll a seed, that all I'm really doing is clicking the button, and it's not me that makes it bad. But I'll be darned if watching this I don't feel bad.
It's okay. Everyone knows you meant it. So, closing in on the 1 hour, 10-minute mark, we've made it out of this inner sea to Earth Cave. We know the canoe is here. We just got to get the canoe out. And it would be very beneficial if we could do that with a Lich kill. But we're having an awful lot of trouble making it down there between max evade images with our lack of magic party and the Fire 2 oozes on the 4th floor. Things are bad.
They certainly aren't good, so yeah. Can add this image fight to the list of things I've seen in the seed that I've never seen before, because I have never seen one take this long.
Well, part of the problem is that ordinarily when you come into a fight like this, you've got buckets of some sort of magic to just throw. Oh hey, Wizards with Stone Poison. But because of the bad way that we started off this seed, and because of the bad way that Magic rolled, Magic is kind of just not an option. Which, woof. But Spellzapp makes it to the Super Vampire. That hits for less than the regular Vampire did. And seems to have less evade than the regular Vampire did. Maybe not a lot less, but still a little less.
Question in chat, is this a best 2 out of 3? No, it is not.
They're free to have salty runbacks, but I'm gonna go to bed after this.
I mean, at this rate, I hate the commentary cursive, but we may be here that late. But no, the way our Irongol, it works is we have the person who is the champion. Our current champion is Spellzapp. And then everyone else you can challenge other members of the community who are also participating. You create your own flags, you run your races, and you follow somewhere on the leaderboard depending on like how many races you win, you lose, and there's a point system. I would explain it, but that would just confuse people. But our championship matches are just won if Caleb wins tonight, he becomes the champion, and then whoever is the following place on the leaderboard will be able to challenge him. If not, if Spellzapp wins, he retains the championship, and I'm not entirely sure who is next in line to challenge him. But there's a lot of really good players that participate in our Irongol, so it's always really fun to watch these races because a lot of times they come up with flags that you don't typically see and are more prone to and willing to like play the crazy flags and do the silly goofy things, kind of like we're seeing today.
Worth noting, Caleb encountered the image fight with his only his knight up, because I believe what's happening is that he's got the Aegis Shield, or at least he'll be going to get the Aegis Shield, so that knight doesn't really care about Stone Poison out of the Wizards. And he's only got a couple of softs on him, so he's waiting to get past where the Wizards are, or at least get to the Wiz Vampire, before using the softs to break stone on the party, and then he hit the unrunnable Mega Evade image fight. And I saw reset going off a lot. I suspect the frustration is really beginning to build. I can tell you that if I was not doing this show live, I probably would have forfeit by now.
And I'm nowhere near as good as either of these players and would still be getting bounced out of marsh.
Yeah, that marsh was a nightmare as well. This is an event. This is truly a seed worthy of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Irongol Heavy Metal Championship. I can think of nothing more grueling than this.
Yeah, whoever wins tonight definitely deserves the belt.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're both great players. Spellzapp has retained the title and been undefeated for a very long time. Caleb also a great player. Both, regardless of how bad this is, are deserving of the title. But making it through this seed is kind of like that extra icing on the you want it cake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the you have to do it. You can't not do it, you have to do it. We've got a Sun Sword +1, which is another weapon. We're going to slap on the Red Mage. Spellzapp having taken, according to chat, 3.5 minutes to get through that image fight. Takes a few more steps and is presented with another 3.5 minute tar pit. No choice but to hold A and make a sandwich. So Caleb, rounding the corner, I believe by this point has overtaken Spellzapp's progression and is going to go poke this here Whiz Vampire again. Melee hit for 71. 2 hits for 203. Zap? Zap works! I would not have expected Zap to stick, but there we are. We are through the Whiz Vampire. And sat next to our wonderful canoe box as we wait for these undead to stop doing things we don't care about. Alright, Caleb's got canoe. We got the thingy.
We got a little boat to go with our big boat.
Yeah. And we find an image fight. Time for Zap. 2, 3, 4. We got rid of 5 of them.
I'm not even playing this seed, and I have never appreciated that spell more.
When do we break out the level 1 fire? That's my question. Or are we saving that to really disrespect Lich?
At this point, I would be afraid to disrespect Lich.
I mean, it's Lich. Like,
well, yeah, but I mean, look at how everything else in this seed's gone.
Alright, we busted out the level 1 fire spells. Question in chat, don't they have a Brack staff? I mean, they do, but yeah, Brack's not going to be the most helpful. Caleb has returned to the 4th floor. We know what lies in wait here, so we're going to immediately fill our party members up with health. Gonna get these top boxes again. We want the Harm Sword, which is the defense sword, which may or may not be useful later if we get another, or if we do a class change, that might be helpful. The Ice 4 shield is probably also something really good for that there, ninja. That's probably what we were looking for. Silver -4 to Ice +4? That's a huge amount of absorb buffs. Turbo Lich, snacks on Egg 2, the Knight. We're going to shuffle that Mazar around and keep on moving.
Yeah, Lich was like, you can run, but I'm taking a party member first.
Oh yeah, chat pointing out that the Harm 1 item is unironically huge because those images. Yeah, I would use that at this point. And Spellzapp makes it to the Lich floor. Gatekeeper's still hanging out. Images that say, nah. Stop right there. Just hang out. As Caleb makes it through an ooze fight down to the Lich floor himself. Caleb has 3 of 4 party members. He's only missing the Knight. Spellzapp has 3 of 4 party members, only missing the Ninja. It's a race. Here's an Earth Elemental. It's the first one we've seen. It's got over 278 health, over 330 health. Not a whole lot of punch going for it. It's consistent, though. Question chat, what even is the scaling in this seed? Well, scaling in this seed is, for regular enemies, it's 60 to 240%. For bosses, the boss stats are 100 to 250. The boss health is 150 to 300, and that's not a Lich, that's a Phantom. Alright, that's a bad. That's officially a bad. No, it's not, we zapped it. We're good. Caleb is the first to light an orb at the 1 hour, 19 minute mark. God help us all.
Not far behind, had to do a little, inventory jiggling around for some of those party members.
Yeah.
I want to say it's probably okay. I mean, we're getting there. It's not as quick as that, but we're getting... Alright, there we go.
Oh no, the encounter after the Lich fight. Now! Now! And it's nothing but harassment arachnids. It's like,
Game, please. Please. Thank you.
Alright. Caleb parks the boat over by Ordeals. I'll find out what's over here real quick. We've even got a full party to check stuff out with. It's pretty nice. Spellzapp. Gonna go to the party member store himself.
Inflated. There we go. Now we're back up to 4.
Yeah. And leaving. We're headed elsewhere. No one wants... Well, Caleb can't, and Spellzapp refuses to tackle C. We're probably on the hunt for more NPCs to see if we can rustle up some classes like, I don't know, a real mage.
So, the Sky Mirage option as soon as someone turns in their slab. Which Caleb doesn't know he can do yet, and Spellzapp hasn't done yet.
Looks like both of our runners have settled on the Ordeals option before committing to whatever's going on in the waterfall. We're digging for key items. Oh right, Ordeals is incentivized, so this is definitely a thing. This could be Floater.
Just hoping for something nice.
There's actually a lot of places that could be Floater right now.
True. A lot of places, and then we could be losing. Just yeah. I'm hoping Happy Thoughts. They deserve a break. Come on, Floater. Somewhere.
Right, the floater is so... We checked off Titans. We checked off Earth. We can reach Ordeals, Sea, and Sky. So it's got to be one of those.
It's not often when you're an hour 22 in and you see someone that's only level 10.
Yep. Hey, we could just pick a tile to grind. Oh, wait. Our tracker Mage is pointing out that the tracker is not needed to win, and while that is technically true, Floater is gating level 2 magic, which we probably pretty really want.
Hey!
Hey! We're doing it.
Woohoo!
So Spellzapp is out on the way to get the airship. Caleb just hit level 13, only actually 2 levels behind Spellzapp, I think. No, sorry, Spellzapp is headed for... somewhere.
Gonna guess he's gonna get his airship just going in the opposite direction.
Spellzapp headed
With
west,
Caleb.
Caleb headed east. Both boats' destination is the stupid airship desert. Caleb gets there first. Caleb gets there very first because Spellzapp hit a random encounter, and Caleb is in the air at the 1 hour 23 and 45 second mark, as Spellzapp is in the air at the 1 hour 23, call it 52 second mark. What?
Spellzapp realizing we already checked this town.
Alright, Spellzapp running around, turning in the bottle, perhaps? Like, it's where we did this. We might not have, though. As Caleb finds Crescent, we find level 6 Quad X, level 6 Fast. The Fast is nice, the Quad X is not, because we don't have anyone that can cast it. Oh, I guess we didn't get this. Spellzapp gets the Oxyel. Oh, it was a ghost. That we might have been bounced by that. As Caleb encounters the zombified old men. One of them is a Lefanian. The Lefanian was a trap. The Lefanian wasn't real at all. Wait, did the Lefanian say something about getting rid of the rest of the old men? Because that might be hilarious if that was the case.
I don't know, but now I'm really hoping so.
Chat pointing out that it's the sage that isn't moving. Is there a sage that isn't? There is a sage that is not moving.
Oh, this game is fun.
Oh, chat pointing out that that is not a Lefanian, that is a white wizard. Alright.
Oh. Well, there you go.
So Caleb has found the correct old man. It was the Zomble the entire time. Spellzapp. Go and grab White Mage. White Mage. Probably seems real good. I believe we dumped the ninja to get there. Worth noting that that rouge shirt was not the white shirt. It is in fact the black shirt. And we got Learnable Life 2 and Learnable X-Fur. And we got a Brackstick. The pieces are falling into place.
All those things would have made me smile real big.
And we know where Fade is. We can go get Fade. We can't cast it for 1,000,000 years, but we can look at it. We can buy it.
We'll have it.
Yeah.
And can eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, at the rate we're gaining levels, it may be tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll still be nice to have.
White Mage slinging that Brack Stick as the rest of the melee party does melee party things. Meanwhile, Caleb, finishing up a little bit of shopping, has also taken that White Mage. What did we replace to do it? Did we replace the ninja?
I think we did replace the ninja.
Worth remarking that looking at the list of bonuses and malices, the bonuses of having a ninja is non-existent. Because the ninja gets ninja spells, and the ninja can equip a katana. And then after that, it's all downsides. So, I see the benefit of just jettisoning that, and just taking a white mage that we know is going to have all the good stuff. Question chat, wasn't one of the red mage bonuses the ability to equip the black shirt? No, I grabbed the incorrect bonus malice list. I apologize for that. None of the available classes are able to equip the black shirt as a special thingy. Oh hey, level 2 wall and ruse and harm 2. Spells. So we got level 2 black magic, we got Brack and Fire 2 and Temper. Sweet.
Also, for anybody noticing, those pirates are standing an awfully long time.
Oh, did we buff the pirates?
We did, in fact, buff the pirates this evening.
Oh. Yep, there it is, buff pirates, we did it. At least we have a Brack Stick. And, like, so, ordinarily, when Provoca is floater locked, it's the worst thing in the world because it's easy experience out of the pirates, it's level 2 magic, it's everything you want. Here it was kind of a super big benefit because we didn't roll into town until we were like level 15 to 18. So even in buffed form, we were able to kind of roll over the pirates. Alright,
with the Pro Cape +2.
Mickey likes to accessorize. That was a real good cape. It was reinforced. It's a cape with
like
rebar in it, I don't know.
Just like adding a plus anything to it, turn it from like a pro cape to maybe closer to like a superhero cape, because in my mind I kinda like that.
Yeah. Oh, Caleb sees the Super Lich. Are we gonna zap it? Nah. Nah. What is our next destination? Spellzapp is on the Onrat continent as Caleb heads north.
Yeah, Caleb had not done the crescent check here yet.
Right. Was that another white mage? I feel like that was another white mage down there. One of those Lefanians had really funny hair. So what do we think about the possibilities of 2 white mages? Fade level 8 already makes me say no, but our red mage is not good for much.
So we have our slab translated on Spellzapp's side. Caleb making his first trip into Melmond, because words are hard. Translating his slab.
Words are hard, that's why we brought the slab.
Perfect timing, I need help.
This is actually good timing for Caleb, as he'll be able to learn Cure 4 without seeing it and just kind of wandering away. We can buy... Actually, we can't buy anything, because we have most everything we ever wanted, as we find a Whizvamp in Melmond. What the... Alright, Spellzapp, good to turn in the slab translation. Gonna get him a chime. Gonna see if that thing over there was what I thought it was. Yeah, that's a white mage. I think.
I don't know, but whatever it is has purple hair and I'm digging it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a Zombol. But the other thing...
Inquiring minds need to know.
Yeah. Nah, we don't care. Joke's on you.
Okay, well, our inquiring minds need to know. Spellzapp is like, we're good. Through our notes, and I'm doing a little thinking back on the seed. I don't think we've seen the vendor item. And
No, we
checked
haven't.
all the towns, so...
So it's that caravan.
Yeah. and
No,
I-
wait. Main NPCs are not incentivized. It might just be a random loose item.
Oh, well, okay then.
Mhm.
It's like, because we did see both players just fly past caravan. Do other things, so if it is there, they haven't
Yeah.
decided to check yet.
It would be worth
We
a
don't
check.
know.
It would definitely
Yeah.
be worth a check. But
Hello. Will we get a cabin from the little robot and an encounter with the big one?
oh, but it says it's a sentry. Is it a real sentry? That was only one hit for not much. But armor says sentry. Still can't hit it. Lock gonna go off. Incoming damage, not much. We still haven't seen anything magical. I'm liable to believe that this sentry is just a sentry. I will never believe that that lich is just a lich.
Just trying to figure it out. Spellzapp is hightailing it at rather quick speeds through Sky and Mirage,
Mhm.
headed straight for Tiamat, because with the only thing missing is the tail, which we do not have the tail this evening. We don't, it's not an item, we're not getting it, ain't nobody gonna find it, it is gone today.
Mhm.
He's in go mode and just needs to take out fiends, and given the equipment that he has and stuff, and is no longer opening boxes, I'm gonna assume he's good with what he's got, and we're making it work,
Mhm.
and it's fiend killing time.
Oh, yeah.
A question in chat: the waterfall map is a mirror image. Tonight we have the Proc Gym waterfall flag on, which means it is generated differently when you have that flag on. Every time you generate a seed, it will give you a different waterfall map. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it loops you around for 7 minutes because you can't figure out where your robot is.
When in doubt, always go up. Or left. Or up and then left.
Or left and then up.
Yeah.
Then we get our caravan. Look, see if there's anything here. And no.
Would you like these heal pots, or would you like these heal pots? They're the same price.
Doesn't seem like much of a deal.
That's actually worth noting is that if, for whatever reason, you find yourself in a seed where either there's loose things or main NPCs are not incentivized, if you can count the number of each individual shop item and you discover that there's one extra, then that means that there is no shop item. And it's one of those things where, like, you could technically just go to all the shops and then say they have the job done. But usually it's not that simple to just go to all of them and still have in your brain that, oh god, did I check all of them? Sometimes the randomizer helps, like you'll see 2 cabins in a shop or 2 heal pots in a shop. Sometimes it's not that nice and you have to think, okay, what did I see? You know, was there a heal pot in every shop? Were there like 3 softs, etc.? And we got team map fight. What are we doing? Well, we can't fast, but we can temper. And we can wall. Temper goes off, wall goes off. Ink. Oh, we hit the melee with the ink. No, oh no. We still have for 3 hits, 85 damage. Darkness is a status effect. Let's do next combat. Swing, swing, temper. Temper goes off. Swing. 2 hits for 35 damage. Sleep 2, ineffective. Brack? Nah. And a swing 3 hits, 134. Next round. Gonna try some more temper strats. A little bit more brack. Brack doesn't work. Incoming melee. Could have been stronger. Temper goes off. Swing. 3 hits, 3 damage. Oh boy. Swing with Mazza. Missed. Let's try some more temper. How about some more brack? Brack. Broken into pieces. Bracken. Borkin into pizzas. Down goes Tiamat 1. We out. Meanwhile, Caleb getting a little aggressive with the townsfolk. Caleb also not talking to the suspicious-haired Lefanian. He's gonna take his stuff and go.
Oh, so there's plenty of times I've tried walking out of there and they've gotten in my way, and I kind of wish I could have just like, excuse me, knocked them out the way. I got things to do. But do you mind?
Mm-hmm.
Spellzapp hitting another dungeon and yet flying right through and saying, I see you got boxes, but I don't care what's in them.
Yep. Caleb looking around for... So what? Let's think about what we're looking for at this point. Do we have ribbons?
Unless I missed it, we have not seen a ribbon anywhere.
I feel like that is what Caleb is looking for right now. Spellzapp may be hoping that it's somewhere convenient later on down the line.
Hello, Rooster. Could be, or Caleb still has not found the bottle, which was in Northwest Castle Key Lock. So he still needs that for his Oxio.
Right.
But also, I mean, you've got Wall, which is nice at level 2. You've got it on your White Mage, Red Mage, Knight, all those people, I think, unless the thingy's on it changed. You know these things better than me, so if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But it was there at level 2, so everybody should have it.
Yeah.
Except for, well, at least on Spellzapp's party. But I would still want the ribbon. I don't know if once I hit go mode, I'm not sure I keep looking for one.
No. I'd call it good after the first ribbon, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I'm saying I'm not even sure without a ribbon that if I hit go mode, I may not keep looking. Because yeah, we definitely have not seen one yet. Three down, one to go. We have Spellzapp entering the Sea Shrine, going for his 4th orb.
At this point, I don't think we're not missing anything to complete the game. We got the loot, we got the key, we can enter all the fancy things. Great. How hard do we want to look for a tail?
Like I mentioned earlier, and unless I remember reading the flags wrong, we have no tail. There is a no tail box you can click, and I'm pretty sure I saw it clicked.
I just double checked, there is no tail. Good catch. Alright.
Thanks.
So yeah, we're just going for it. But when are we going to kill the Turbo Lich? Oh, Spellzapp's going for it. It's time for ruses, it's time for walls. Test swing, 3 hits for 23, doesn't go anywhere. Wall goes up, ruse goes up, temper goes up. All power to this knight. Second round, another ineffectual swing out of the meat shield. Incoming lightning 2, does lightning 2, well actually does kind of a lot of damage. Meat shield swing, 2 hits, 2 damage. Wall, second wall goes off on the white mage. Main swing, 1 hit, 1 damage. We need more power. We're gonna try some more temper. A little bit of Exfer. We might be investing in Brack. Incoming zap. Down goes the red mage. Everyone else survives. Swing. 2 hits for 460. We're doing alright. Exfer. Ineffective. Mazza swing. 1 hit, 41 damage. We're gonna try Ruse stats on the white mage, just in case. 2 hits, 293 is doing good. Ruse goes off. Mazza swing. 3 hits, 32. Incoming Thunder. Does a lot to that front meat shield, not a lot to anyone else. We're going to Cure for that white mage. Incoming hit. The meat shield is down. Outgoing damage, 2 hits, 197. Cure 4 goes off. Next round, we're going to do some Ruse shirts. We really don't want to get hit by that melee. The knight misses right before the Ruse cast. 2 Ruses go off. Next round, we're going to try some fight. And some Brack. Incoming swing misses. Outgoing swing. 1 hit for 51 damage. Brack? No Brack. We're going to try double swing. 2 hits for 359. Does pretty good. White mage melee, 1 damage. Outgoing weapon swing, 4 hits, 174. The white mage is effectively on weight strat, but we're going to see this fight through to the end. A crit for 266. Down goes Turbo Lich. That's some levels that Spellzapp needed.
Looking, not seeing exactly what all the levels were on everybody in his party, but the ones he did get levels on were definitely needed.
Question in chat. What is Turbo Lich? Welcome to the spooky version of the Final Fantasy Randomizer, entitled Lich's Revenge. We replaced most of our NPCs with zombies of different varieties, and we have a roaming, superpowered Lich. That's basically a war mech with a palette change. But it's also vulnerable to harm spells. But all the problems of war mech exist with this. Like, we can't insta-kill it because it's got 200 M def, it's going to hit us in the face for like 400 damage, and it's got the Fiend 2 spell pool access. So that's a lot of stuff to worry about, and it's on the prowl everywhere. It's been a thorn in our runners' sides for this entire run so far, but that was the first time we've seen one killed. Meanwhile, Caleb up against Carry 1. We're going to try... We got our Ruse Stick, and we got our Ruse Staff. Melee's not doing that much to the Knight, but we kind of really want that Red Mage to survive, I think. More melee to the Knight, doesn't do much. We're going to try Double Swing. Mazza Swing, 4 hits, 331. I believe that's a Sun Sword Swing, 3 hits, 103. Incoming melee, misses. More melee. Outgoing, 3 hits, 185. Incoming, miss. Outgoing, that's a Sun Sword, 3 hits, 3 damage. More incoming melee, doesn't do much. 3 hits, 116, still there. 3 hits, 98, Carry still there. 3 hits, 173, Caleb takes down Carry 1. lighting the second orb at the 1 hour 47 minute mark. Caleb going to the party member store as Spellzapp does a little bit of gear jiggling as we pull the Kraken with our 2-man party. Here we go. Rue's shirt goes off. Gets immediately held for the trouble. Ye old-fashioned magic ruse goes off again. Incoming melees. 3 hits still connect, but only for 19 damage. We're going to do a third ruse, just in case. Incoming sleep. Red mage slept. Outgoing damage, 2 hits 72. Gonna need more than that. Slow. The red mage's attack rate is down. Do we have access to fast? Oh, we got 1, but we're saving it. No, we're not. We're using it. On the knight. Incoming fire 2 does a lot to that red mage. Triple digits. A fasted swing with the X-Cal, 4 hits 451. We need more power. Temper goes off. Incoming lightning 2. Not much to the knight, kind of a lot to the red mage. Swing, 3 hits 227. This Kraken is on its way to being dead, sort of. Red mage has been not very helpful in this fight, except for the fast. 5 hits 335. Kraken is still there. 4 hits for 535. Kraken 1 goes down. Spellzapp lights his 4th orb at the 1 hour 48 minute mark.
One more trip to the party member store, because only half the party survived that sea shrine dive.
Yeah. Question chat. The Turbo Lich, is he only found in Sea Shrine? No, he is everywhere. We've seen him in Marsh Cave, we've seen him a lot in Earth Cave, but that's because we were there for like an hour. He can spawn, I think, anywhere except outside Canaria. Caleb still declining to fight the Turbo Lich.
Looking at Spellzapp's levels, while he was doing a little purging, I went back and was looking at the scaling on these flags, and they're low.
The good news is we don't have to deal with a whole Topher's worth of trash fights, but we are still going to have to fight all 4 feeds. We have a new and improved short Topher option, which is instead of 2 tiles on one side and 2 tiles on the other, all 4 tiles are on each side. Oh, Phantom has access, I think, to the Lich spell list. That's how we got stopped. As a say. Oh, hey, it's Newt.
Oh. Well, I was gonna say, and as Spellzapp's finding Nuke on a Phantom, Caleb's finding a Ribbon +3 in Ice.
Nice.
So I'm not gonna find what he's looking for there, but he sure did get a pretty great consolation prize.
Spellzapp, 3rd attempt at Topher. The Phantom has shut him down twice now. The stop has landed very suboptimally. We're gonna try 3 swing. Nope. We're gonna try. What are we doing? No, yeah, we're doing 3 swings. And. Lifting a weapon. Incoming stop. Knight stops. Fighter stops. Mage stops. So many stops. We're getting some stuff cured, but the nuke goes off. White mage goes down yet again. Are we going to see another reset? Or are we going to power through and see what's going on here? 3rd spell, lightning 3. 2 party members down. Lots of melee going on. Lightning 2 does some more Lightning 2 things. Into stun. Looks like we don't have to worry about a skill list, or if we do, it's super low chance.
Question in chat, is the Phantom on both sides? With the flag that is turned on, that has all the fights from Topher in here, unlike a lot of times what you see with short Topher and you only have 2 of the Refiends on each side. This flag, you will get the Phantom in all 4 of the Refiend fights on, regardless of which side you go to.
We're going to try a little bit of melee on this carry too. Melee is not working as well as it could have. We're still right around the 100 damage mark. Incoming damage is not that big a deal. Melee for 337. Incoming nuclear. There's our, I believe, first skill, and we don't like it. Second skill, Inferno. It's a little yikes. Continuing to melee, and it's not doing much, and then we get cracked to death. Spellzapp is withdrawing from Topher. Gonna go look for stuff. Meanwhile, Caleb, back at the scene of the marsh, believing the bottle to be in here. It's not, but it's real close by, so he might be bumping into it shortly. Question mark. Why are some party members as promoted and some are non-promoted? Notably on Spellzapp's side. Well, you see, we started this game with the option of 2 classes. I forget what they had options for in the second slot, but in the first slot they could take whatever they wanted. Spellzapp took a fighter and a red mage. Caleb took a black belt and a red mage. We have a flag where... And then the third and fourth slots were set to none. We have a flag turned on where you can find classes at key item NPCs. Those classes are all promoted. So we found the knight at... Oh, where did we find the knight? The knight at Blacksmith, I think? And we found a white mage over in the Crescent Lake Sages. We found a ninja somewhere else. We found a master over by the Elf Prince. And basically when we acquire one of those, it replaces whatever is in the 4th slot. So you have the option of replacing your 2 starter classes if you want to, but whatever you get is going to be level 1, I think. No, it's going to be the same level as whatever it replaced, so if you replace a blank slot, that will be level 1. And it looks like Caleb is on a bit of a state grind as Spellzapp is taking yet another Turbo Lich fight. Caleb does not have the bottle still. It looked like he abandoned Marsh and headed straight for Mirage Sky. I have a feeling we're both going to be full clearing this dungeon. I think Spellzapp is on the hunt for a ribbon. And Caleb's on the hunt for the bottle, which we know is at Northwest Castle.
Know what both are looking for, and know they're both in the wrong place.
Spellzapp bounces off the Turbo Lich fight.
However, any encounters he gets in fights that he takes, like, that helps the levels that Spellzapp's at right now is probably pretty good too, because his little current levels were not open to either.
Caleb going to attempt a Turbo Lich fight. We're going to use some Invis 2 strats. It's like Ruse, but half the strength, and to everybody. Lich opens with stun. Ruse goes off. Invis 2 goes off. That knight's halfway to evasion cap. Lock 2 goes off. How about some Ruse? Maybe a little bit of Lock 2. Some Zap. No. Something. And some Wall. Wall goes off. That white mage is protected. Ruse goes off. 5 of 6 charges. A second Lock 2 goes off. Incoming melee doesn't quite kill the red mage, but dang close. Invis goes off on that knight. That knight is evasion capped. Worth noting, that's not an Invis 2 axe, that's an Invis -2 axe. Numbers! Down goes the red mage. We've got simultaneous Turbo Lich fights on both sides. Going a little bit worse on Spellzapp's side, as the melee is starting to go off on Caleb's side. White Mage melee, 1 hit, 1 damage. Black Belt melee, 3 hit, 75 damage. Thunder! Rolls pretty low across the board, which is pretty nice. 3 hits, 252. This battle is still ongoing. We're going to do a little bit of heal 3 to recover some of the damage from that Thunder. Outgoing Punch. 3 hits, 79 again. Only 2 hits, 37 out of the night this time. Lightning 2 goes off. We know there's a nuke in here somewhere, and it's a common. Punch for 47. Mass Swing. 3 hits, 139. The White Mage misses. We're going to wall that Black Belt, because we're scared. There's nothing to wall. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. That Black Belt has gone away. Wall doesn't go off. We're going to try some melee. Maybe some Cure. Cure 3 goes off. There was a melee, but it missed. But it didn't miss that White Mage. Down goes the White Mage. It's a 1v1 fight. Mazza Swing. 2 hits, 2 damage. Mazza Swing. 3 hits, 32 damage. Ink does ink things. Incoming melee continues to miss. Swing. 3 hits, 95. Also, more ink. 3 hits, crit for 154. Turbo Lich still there. I've got another swing, 4 hits, 194, and then I've got another swing. 3 hits, 172, down goes Turbo Lich for Caleb. That's a lot of experience to that night, gets it to 25. We gotta get out of here. Oh, this is a lot of incoming damage. Oh no. Oh no. We've lost the experience from that fight, that hard-earned experience. But it's okay. We're gonna leave it on the ground. We're gonna keep on going. We gotta find that bottle. And we're probably gonna find a lot of stuff along the way. Spellzapp, meanwhile, is back at Canaria. Did he find what he was looking for? Or does he want exit? And ship to the party member store. Meanwhile, Caleb doing what I believe to be a full party grind on the trash in here, which is probably a really good idea. In the absence of tiles, this is probably the place I would go to, because we also don't have access to Topher trash, so best thing we can find is probably, I don't know, Space Cave, 2nd floor. We get a blue D, that ain't bad. Spellzapp is just gonna farm a bit on the 1st floor. What's Caleb getting? We have access to a Pro Cape, but we don't want it. The Mighty Coral Sword. A 2nd ribbon. Did Spellzapp see this ribbon? I wonder. We got ribbons on the front 2. There's Beer Potion, some garbage, and the Mighty Harm 2 sword. Meanwhile, Spellzapp fighting a Turbo Lich. Caleb also reverting to grinding on the 1st floor. Big hit. 578. That Mazza getting strong. Doing some easy saves after every encounter, I suspect, was in search of this particular fight so that we could do it, and then we can save after it's done. So Caleb continuing to grind against the mighty Turbo Lich of Spellzapp takes some random trash. Doing a little bit of party jiggling. I suspect that Spellzapp is looking to make sure that this is a solo grind for this night. Caleb doing defensive magic with some somewhat unhelpful melee, manages to resist an incoming zap. Lock 2s are working well. Meanwhile, on Spellzapp side, we've already shed one of the superfluous mages. We gotta make sure that this knight stays alive. That's why we're gonna cure for it. White mage on Procape strats, which is more effective than weight strats, because just in case a lucky brack were to go off, that would be way too much experience to the thing that we're not trying to grind right now. We want to get this knight into low Earth orbit. The 3 party members are down, it's just melee swing versus Lich. 2 hits, 2 damage. Miss. Miss. 1 hit, 54. Slow 2 was in the spell list. Dodged it, going for 293, then again for 79. We probably have the distance to do this. There's the nuke for 312. 3 hits for 164. Incoming Fire 2 does Fire 2 things, crit for 176. We are looking to dodge an unlucky crit. There's also more of this spell list yet to dive. We just saw Fire 3, which might have been the last one, because there's the stun. 4 hits for 335. Spellzapp takes down the Turbo Lich, gets to level 34. Caleb, meanwhile, still working on it. He sees Fire 3. Caleb managed to survive a nuke and get to the end of the spell list. Gonna do a little bit more melee, a little bit more punch, a little bit more swing. Doesn't do much. Hey, Rankulos with mute. Just to harass you, but apparently level 34 is enough to send them fleeing in terror. I believe that's the last Cure 4 in Caleb's fight against the Turbo Lich. Nope, that's the last Cure 4. That one, I promise. Incoming Zap. Zap don't do anything. I assume we have 2 wall casts to go along with the 2 ribbons we got. Melee, 4 hits for 253, Lich is still there. We're officially on the clock now. We got a thing coming. We got a thing coming, we don't want to see it. Crack? Nah. Swing? 4 hits, 64. Punch? 4 hits, 4. Swing? 3 hits, 3. 4 hits for 369. Caleb takes down his Turbo Lich. We got 23, 23, 22, 22. We're gonna head outside, maybe save a little bit. As Spellzapp returns to the Topher. We're gonna see if we can boss around this here Phantom, masquerading as the Lich 2. Here we go. All melee? No, we're doing weight strats. No, we're doing Red Mage Swing, 3 hits for 185. Night Swings, 5 hits for a bunch of damage. Stop. Everyone stops. 2 hits for 131. And then the nuke. The stop and then the nuke. Meanwhile, Caleb further ascending the space into the space cave. His Spellzapp is on try number 5 on this Topher, specifically this here Phantom. Melee for 318 is still there. Phantom is merciful in melees. This might be the break that Spellzapp needs. Incoming, stop. Fighter stop. White mage stop. Red mage stop. but it's hammer time, because boom goes that Phantom.
Then my internet's working. I'm back, and I start saying, what did I miss? It looks like it's over again.
On Spellzapp side, you missed remarkably little. On Caleb's side, we finished digging Marsh Bottom, but then we bypassed Northwest Castle to go for chest density. We're in Space Cave.
Oh, that feels real not good.
Carry 2 seems to have found the melee strats as the White Mage has exploded. The fighter is not long for this world either. Big melee swing. 5 hits 262, not enough. Tornado takes out a second party member. Nuclear gets close to taking out a third party member. 6 hits 392, Carry 2 still there. 2 hits 2 damage, yep. Fight and wait, here comes Inferno, down goes a third party member. 460, Carry 2 is still there. Incoming melee is a lot. Outgoing swing, 6 hits 261. Alright, we officially deduced that Carry 2 has a bucket of health. How are we going to solve this conundrum? Well, we're going to party jiggle.
And do a little armor jiggle. And back in we go.
We're going to try lots of things. We get the wall cast off on the most important damage dealer. 5 hits 704. Phantom is still there. Stop. 3 stops. Nuke. Takes out the White Mage. We're going to reset that. Take 7. It's Phantom time. I'm going to try 2 swings, a wall. Big melee swing, 6 hits 627. Stop. 3 stops. Big swing, 3 hits for only 260 incoming poison damage. I don't believe we've seen that, but it's better than nuke. We'll take it. Blizzard. Alright, the two of those put together are kind of a nuke. 4 hits 218, Phantom still there. 6 hits for 520, down goes Phantom, and we carted a whole party through the thing. Time to fire hose some heal pots.
I had a temporary brain lapse, and I thought to myself, well, maybe we should try the other side. It might be easier. Oh, no, not on these flags. On these flags,
yeah.
It's either way you go. It's not getting any better.
Question chat, what is the setting for health variation? So for regular trash, it's 60 to 240%. For bosses, it's 150 to 300%. Which is explaining some of the sky-high health. Meanwhile, Spellzapp, onto the carry fight. We've already lost the first ablative meat shield. The White Mage almost went down. Outgoing melee swings at 6, 334. Incoming nuclear does kind of a lot to the two mages. We need to fix that. Melee, 9 hits for 206. That knight's starting to get in danger. Cure 4 goes off. Outgoing melee, 5 hits 522. Carry 2 still there. Inferno, down goes party member number 2. Outgoing melee, 6 hits 675. Carry 2 is down, we got a White Mage, we're through to the next one. Running a little low on heal pots though, this is not something that we can sustain. We're going to do some ruses. We're going to do a lot of ruses because we're kind of afraid of this melee. Test swing, missed. Incoming fire 2 is the best news we've had yet in this Topher. 3 ruses go off. Seems good. Next round is going to be ruse, a swing, some wall, and a little bit of temper. Ruse goes off. Swing. 5 hits 549. Seems alright. Wall goes off. Direct strike to the knight for 484 damage. That's bad. We gotta Cure 4 that. Cure 4 goes off first. Incoming punch to the first meat shield for 363, but it's still standing. Outgoing melee, 158 out of the knight, 89 out of that brave fighter. Kraken Kraken's melee is laser targeted on the two things that are probably the biggest threat to it. Lots and lots of melee going to this knight. More ruses going off. Brack? Nah. This knight's in danger. We got Cure for it. We can't afford to save Cure 4s any longer. Melee swing misses. Incoming Ice 2 takes out the fighter. Outgoing melee. 3 hits, 376. Kraken 2 still there. Time for heal pot strats. Oh yeah, no wait, time for Brack stick strats. 4 hits for 752. Down goes Kraken 2. 3 fiends down, 1 to go, and then it's time for chaos. We rusin, we wallin, we temperin. Ruse goes off, temper goes off, wall goes off, really good turn order, ruse goes off. Incoming lightning 2, like with Kraken 2, this is really good news for us, but that seemed to roll up. How about some more ruse, some more wall, and some heal pots. Ruse goes off, heal pot goes off, incoming fire 3. Does good on the top half, bad on the bottom half. Ruse and walls go off. Next round, we're going to do a test swing, a real swing. We've only got 2 Cure 4s left. How long do we want to hang on to these? We have to use one now. Cure 4 goes off first. Temper goes off. Big swing, 4 hits, 477. It's a step in the right direction. Even the fighter is getting in there for 140. Incoming swirl doesn't do much except to that red mage. We on heal pot strats. Outgoing damage, 4 hits, 575. Incoming melee for not much. Outgoing. 2 hits, 2 damage. That's expected. 5 hits, 263, still doing okay. Melee swing for 1 damage. The white mage gets detonated. With the fighter shortly thereafter, we might be down to solo fighter strats momentarily here. Bane takes out the remaining party member. It's solo strats. How many heal pots do we have? How long will this fight take? 386, down goes Tia 2. Alright, what do we got left in the tank?
If I recall correctly, we're down to about 8 heal pots. So...
Alright, we're 70 health short of cap. There's worse places to be, and we've got a Rouge shirt. We no longer have an ice helmet. That is unfortunate, but we got a Rouge shirt. Lich? Lich, is that you? Opens with Thunder. Is this just a Turbo Lich fight? This is just a Turbo Lich fight.
I don't know. Did he take all the steps all the way in? Because it looks like maybe he didn't.
Oh.
And then there's, I think, 3 steps in before you get your chaos fight. And I am almost certain that he did not walk that far in.
Nah, also that slow 2 seems to have landed, so whatever, we'll do Brack strats. At least the nuke rolled down.
Well, it was awfully kind of Lich considering we are out of heals.
Yeah. See, the problem is we're at 1 hit, and we can't reduce evasion, so 3 and 256 really is the most expedient way of killing this. Brack? No.
Maybe?
Brack? No.
No.
Oh, we're gonna try swinging. Here we go. Big swing. Missed. Alright, we're back to this. Brack? No. Brack? No. Brack? Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Right. Oh, Turbo Lich had Zap, and we don't have any ribbons.
I saw it go through and didn't land the first time, but then there was just so many rounds between it and the second time that I forgot about it.
Here we are. Everyone stop. And by everyone, I mean everyone but the knight. This is a familiar zone that we live in. Incoming nuke. The white mage survives, so we're back on the path of potentially being able to do this, but not without lightning 3, because boom goes the white mage.
Chat asking, did Caleb see, or have we seen Caleb find a ribbon or anything that Spellzapp didn't? Caleb found a ribbon +3 in Ice Cave.
Caleb also found a ribbon +3 in greater than less than room. So he's at 2 ribbons.
I missed that part. Thank you, stupid internet.
Caleb will definitely be fully armed going into this Topher. The levels, I'm unsure. This full clear might be the thing that saves him as Spellzapp continues to beat his head against this Topher. This time we're trying the left side direction because the left side is the better direction. I'm seeing eggs at 27 on Caleb's side though, so this full party might be in a much better position. But Caleb's got to go to Northwest Castle. We've got to find that thingy. At this point, we have to have opened, like, everything.
He still has C to do.
Right. But once we get that bottle, I suspect we're not opening a single box.
Oh, well, yeah, he needs the bottle to go to C. So
oh, we're here.
We got there.
We did it. Alright, so we got our bottle. And we're going to turn that in immediately. And we're going to be real mad at ourselves. But here's the thing. We just full cleared, like, everything and saw that bottle was in a super obvious place. How terrified are you of this Topher?
Real terrified. Because there's two thoughts that I would have. Either one, my opponent also full cleared everything and did not see the bottle for Oxiel. Or they have not finished yet because Topher is a nightmare. Neither one of those feels real great. The latter feels worse.
Yeah, based on the full clear, I look at this and I think, yeah, I need more levels than what I have right now. Almost 1,000,000%.
Gamer asking everything, so he checked TFC. He has not checked TFC because the one thing he was missing was the bottle to turn in for its Oxiel to go into C to finish.
Right.
But yeah, I think he full cleared everywhere else. Yeah.
Yep. Meanwhile, on Spellzapp's side, unkind targeting out of that Kraken 2. The Cure 4s are worth their weight in gold, and we keep having to use them on these fights. As Caleb goes on a bit of a spell shopping spree. Nah, Caleb, that red mage can't have the ruse. Sorry, man. Meanwhile, on Spellzapp's side, primary meat shield is down. We're down to just the white mage and the knight. Can we get both of them through this encounter? We're still missing with Mazza swings, despite having a really high level knight. More incoming damage. Only 3 hits 87. Incoming Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. Caleb seems to be on the hunt for Gaia. He knows it's what he needs, but he just can't gosh dang remember where it went. Crack strat's ineffective. Caleb finds Gaia. Ice 3 does Ice 3 things, apparently. Brack. Nah. Oh, but Kraken missed the white mage. We are bound and determined to get this white mage through this fight. Outgoing swing, 3 hits 125. Kraken's still there. Brack. Nah. Swing. 4 hits for 423. Brack. Borkin into Shorkin. Here we go. It's time for Tiamat 2. We're even going to have most of a party. We're going to have all of a party. And none of the heal pots. Caleb blocked by the final boss. Or the assistant to the final boss, a zombie. Meanwhile, Spellzapp on the Tier 2 fight. It's the same song, just a repeat verse. Here we go. Time for ruses. Time for tempers. Time for more ruses.
I'm gonna speak for that Danny when I say ouch.
More ruses. We don't want to be hit by that. Have you seen that? It's like a truck. More ruses going off. Caleb, on the hunt. Where did we put that stupid on-rack? Did we drop it in Melmond? We sure did. As the Brack takes out the Tier 2, we're going to have a full party going up to this here Turbo Lich.
This definitely feels better than the last time.
We ain't going to have heal pots, though.
No, not really.
We're going to use the last of them now. We don't need... Whatever, we'll life 2 after this fight. We're fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Start with some brews. We're going to fast that night. We're going to invis 2, front slot, night swing. 2 hits 277. Ruse goes off. Stun? Nah. Fast? Yeah. Invis 2? Sure. Let's try some temper. A little bit invis 2 and a swing. Lightning 2. It's kind of a lot of damage. Swing? 6 hits for 338 seems pretty really good, but we still got some stuff to do. Question chat. After Lich, there is Chaos? Probably. Cure 4 goes off. We don't have too many of those left. We're gonna have to ration them. 7 hits for 364. Turbo Lich is still there. Swing? 7 hits for 573. Turbo Lich still there. But the fighter isn't as we head into the next round. Oh, down goes the second party member. 7 hits for 424. Down goes Turbo Lich.
It's fine. It just means you life to him back. Saved on heal pots.
We're out of life 2s, though.
Well, final boss. We think, we hope.
Probably.
So it's fine. We don't need life 2 anymore.
It's probably maybe.
I mean, good possibility.
Hey, that's a Lich. Hey, it looks like a real Lich. It's not gonna be a real Lich. Phantom was a fake Lich. This one looks like a real Lich. 1 hit, 1 damage. That's not a real Lich. I am an expert on real Liches, and that 3 hits for 406. That is not a real Lich. Maybe some sort of Chaos Lich. Let's try some defensive stuff. Invis is going out, Ruse is going out. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. White Mage in a bit of a precarious position. Stop. Only one person stopped. Temper goes off. Swing! 3 hits for 426. Progress continues. Final Temper goes out. And the White Mage is on wait. Hey, we found the Cure 4! Chaos Lich at it the whole time. Temper goes off. Big swing! 1 hit for 51 damage. That was not a big swing. How about some block? 3 hits, 733. We no longer have a meat shield. 2 hits for 475. Chaos Lich still there. Lock after the nick of time. We got 3 more locks. Probably gonna need them. Swing! 5 hits for 1157. Could use more of that. Fire 3. Cure 4. Big swing. 6 hits, 836. Chaos Lich still there. Lock. Easy to hit. Cure 4. Top off that knight. Just in case it gets tagged. We're on double weights and the swing strats. The waiting occurs. 4 hits for 800 damage. Chaos Lich still there. This is a lot of damage. What in the H? 7 hits for 642. Chaos Lich still there. As we continue to climb out Mount 10K. 4 hits for 693. Chaos Lich still there. Down to Mono e Mono, but 4 hits for 410 damage. Down goes Chaos Lich. Spellzapp, our reigning and forever champion, finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 26 minutes, and 41 seconds. GG, he earned it.
Yes, indeed he did. GG Spellzapp.
we're gonna see if we can get him in here for an interview as Caleb rounds the corner.
Been having a bit of bot issues, so I'm gonna send him an invite just in case.
So Caleb rounding the corner, headed towards Kraken 1. And we're joined in the booth by Spellzapp. GG, man.
GG. That was the Final Fantasy Randomizer seed.
Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's not always this.
But today it sure was.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I just missed something the entire time. I was just like, what? I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't get off the ground. I don't know.
So there's one thing you missed. Apparently, by virtue of flag interactions, the black belt that had access to level 1 black magic had access to all level 1 black magic, including that zap.
Ooh, yeah, that would have been good. That would have been real good.
So you hit a lot of hurdles in the early game, but simply having zap was by no means the key to everything. Both of you were kind of neck and neck in Problem Town for a lot of this. I actually have a note here that Caleb was first in the air, ahead of you by 8 seconds.
Ooh. How is he faring in Topher?
He hasn't made it yet. He's about to try.
Just now going in. Yeah,
he bypassed Northwest Castle.
Yeah, he full cleared just about everywhere looking for the bottle because he did not look there for it.
Mm-hmm.
But for a lot of the early seed, you guys were just either hand in hand in places or high-fiving as you exchanged places. It was I'm pretty sure in some reality you're both still in Earth Cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was those images.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
There was one fight where
wasting.
you were many minutes in, and then Caleb rolled up on it and just zapped him.
Yeah, I was really kicking myself for
man.
not picking up Fire 3 for sure. That would have been nice.
So Caleb, first trip to the Phantom Zone, sees the wonderful prize of Stop into Nuke. However, because Caleb took a while to get to Northwest Castle, he went on a bit of a full clear, and he has 2 ribbons. So Stop really didn't slow him down at all, and because it took forever, he's at 29 across the board. It'll be interesting to see how he handles this Topher. As we pull up to the Carry 2 fight, we're going to try, I believe that was a ruse, with some fast, a little bit of invis 2, no, a little bit of ruse, double ruse, and some prac. Incoming, 9 hits for 173, doesn't do much. Both ruses go off. Prac? No. Fast? Yeah. Gonna consider our options. Gonna go for that evasion cap on that front knight. We're not sure if Carrie is hiding anything stupid or not. Ruse goes off. Ruse goes off on the white mage. Tempered goes off on the knight. Ruse shirt goes off on the black belt. Gonna try a little bit more ruse stuff. More ruses goes off. We're gonna hit evasion cap one way or the other. 10 hits for 1065. That's a lot of damage. That was also a lot of damage to that red mage that's not there anymore. Punch. 6 hits for 208. Seems fine. Swing. 8 hits for 539. Down goes Carry 2. Caleb's first attempt at Kraken 2 is about to start. We're not going to take any chances. It's time for ruse. I think that was double ruse. The white mage just got detonated. Fast goes off. Ruse goes off. Ruse goes off. We need more ruse. We need a lot more ruse. Maybe some Invis 2 on that red mage just in case. More ruses going off. The red mage survives, so that Invis charge probably did some good. We're going to do a little bit more Invis charges on that red mage. I'm wondering if that red mage has life access. Because we're really protecting it. Outgoing swing, 3 hits, 210 damage. Not great. Could be better. How about some more temper? Incoming fire 2 does fire 2 things. Outgoing punch, 2 hits for 5 damage. Ice 2 does ice 2 things. Swing, 4 hits for 230 damage. Kraken 2 still there. Tier 3 fixes the health problem just a little bit. Need a little bit more temper. Maybe some zap? 3 hits for 295. Zap? Nah. Fire 3. Really weak across the board. Seems good. More tempers going off. Temper goes off. Swing? 8 hits for 1168. That's a big change in damage. Zap? Nah. Punch? Nah. Just gonna go straight melee strats for the last of it. 3 hits for 123. Kraken 2 still there. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. Sun Sword, miss. Mazza, 3 hits, 464. Down goes Kraken 2. Was that a... No, that wasn't a 50. My eyes deceive me. I think that was a 30. Doing pretty good on heal pots, but without a source of life, we've got limited characters. Nope, the red mage cannot wear the opal bracelet. We're stuck with the silver 4 armor. Everyone loves Blurst.
Usually.
Oh, Caleb actually picked up a 3rd ribbon at some point. I missed that. The 3rd ribbon must have been in somewhere else in Sky.
The great internet blackout. I saw nothing.
Alright, time for ruses. We don't know what Tiamat's gonna throw at us. I mean, well, we know what Tiamat's gonna throw at us, but Caleb doesn't. So it's time for defensive strats. Ruses, invises, more ruses, more invises. We don't want to be tagged by that melee again, it seems to hurt. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. Some more last-minute ruses. That black belt, I think, is only going to be at 3 of 6 charges, but whatever, it's fine. Incoming swirl. 100, less than 100 across the board. A little bit of Cure 3 to try and top off some health. Fire 3, the knight's down to 1 knee, but probably not for long. Outgoing swing, 3 hits 53. Uh-oh. Cure 3? Yee. More Cure 3 or some fast. I think we're doing fast, but outgoing swing happens first. 3 hits for 231. The fast goes off. Incoming punch misses. Outgoing punch. 5 hits for 161. That was better. 4 charges of temper left, 2 charges of fast left. Probably going to conserve those. Cure 3 goes off first. Punch. 2 hits to damage. 6 hits for 332. Tia 2 still there. As I recall, Tia 2 was a bit on the hefty side. 5 hits for 277. Still there. Bane doesn't stick anywhere. Punch for 3 hits, 161. Melee, 2 hits, 2 damage. Punch, 2 hits, 2 damage. Real swing. 6 hits, 679. Tia 2 still there. A crit from the black belt for 62 is nice. 6 hits, 505. Tia 2 still there. But 6 hits for 552. Down goes Tia 2. Caleb is on to the last Turbo Lich fight. We didn't save. But we got 3 ribbons, so we're probably fine. We're just looking to dodge nuke, which that black belt is kind of in danger of not dodging. Ruses first, punch misses. Ruses next. Stun misses. Ruses go off. More ruses go off. More ruses. We gotta get to evasion cap because we don't want to get punched for 400 damage. Can't afford that right now. Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. How about some offense? And still a little bit of defense. Fast goes off first, but a big swing. 4 hits for 227. Zap misses across the board. What manner of cure implement was that? That was a cure something. That's a cure 2 staff.
Yeah, he found that when he was in Sky.
Got it. 5 hits for 515, doing good. Cure 2 stick, doing work. It's a fine, reliable weapon.
Yeah, when I first saw it, it was the Cure 2 plus 4, and I saw the 4 and not the 2 and got real excited for a second and went, aww.
It's fine, we can do the math on Twitch and just call it the Cure 6 staff as the Knight takes down Turbo Lich. Please heal now, Caleb.
Right?
Time for Prime Lich, the Chaos Lich itself. Time for ruses. Time for Invis. Incoming Lightning 2 does Lightning 2 things. As I recall, this Lich had a lot of melee damage. 2 hits for 180 kinda reinforces that. We need some more ruses. We're evasion capped and the punches are missing. Time for some melee. With a little bit of fast. Black Belt still needs to work on that whole evasion thing. Incoming punch misses. Outgoing swing. 1 hit for 224. Uh-oh, time to reach for the locks. And a swing. Miss. Invis 2, I believe that Black Belt's at 5 of 6. Lock 2 goes off. Stop. Nobody stop. We only got 2 more Lock 2s in the tank. Hey, there's the Cure 4, but we haven't done much damage, so nobody cares! Outgoing swing, 2 hits for 206. Lock 2, yeah. Oh, after those Lock 2s, we got 5 whole locks. We're gonna do a little bit of Temper first, just to make sure we get that out of the way. Fire 3 isn't doing much, all of it 30 or under. Paunch, 1 hit, 8 damage. Melee, 2 hits, 253, that's better. Time for more locks. Swing, 6 hits for 810, that's a good direction. 2 hits, 2 damages. The Black Belt is happy to participate. Nuke comes in. That's... We're in uh-oh town. Are we doing Lux? Are we doing Cure 4 strats? Probably doing Cure 4 strats. We're doing heal strats too. Quad X doesn't do anything. 8 hits for 549 keeps the damage rolling as the Cure 6 staff and the heal pot get our Knight back up above 200 health. Probably not enough, probably going to want to reinforce that. 8 hits for 661, Prime Lich still there. Heals go off, melee misses. Looking at the Black Belt options, we decide the best thing for us is the heal pot. 7 hits for 175 does things. Heal? Yeah. Cure 6 staff? Yeah. We're gonna top that Knight off because it's our only hope. Actually, no, we're gonna switch back to offense. We've done so much damage to this Lich, and we know that Cure 4 is coming. We gotta get ahead of it. Swing. 4 hits for 662. Prime Lich still there. Temper goes off. Heal pot. Chugged. Fire 3 does Fire 3 things, and the Temperate goes off first. Let's try big swing. 6 hits for 860. Prime Lich still there. Let's try some more Lock. Lock goes off. Swing. 6 hits for 998. Down goes Chaos Lich. Caleb finishes in second place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 42 minutes, and 9 seconds. Gosh dang. We're going to see if we can get him in here for an interview real quick. And while we're waiting on him, sorry to have cut you off, but Caleb's first exciting dive was first and exciting.
No, not a problem.
Boy, did those ribbons kind of make a bit of a difference.
Yeah, we're joined in the booth by our second place finisher, Caleb. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Pretty
Yeah.
good. That seed could have been a whole lot better if it was like the one on Saturday. The one on Saturday was super fun.
I
This-
remember everybody after Saturday's like, man, this was so fun. These flags were so fun. And I'm just they're going through this seed going, boy, was today a different experience.
Yeah, today was more in line with the hardcore experience I think that Wildland was going for on Saturday. The early game was just total butts.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Hey, bright side, you had it a little easier because you had Zap.
Oh, what did you start out with, Spellzapp?
I did Fighter Red Mage.
Yeah, I almost did that, and I was like, well, I mean, like, because like what you were saying in the SRL room about like, because I saw that the black belt got like level 1 black magic, and I was like, maybe they get all of the black magic because that's the way the normal blurse works, and maybe it'll override keep spell permissions, and it did. So that was nice, but Zap wasn't doing me a whole lot of good when I only had like 4 charges.
Yeah. There was a couple of times, though, where you would both be on the same fight, and Spellzapp would get stuck on it or was taking him forever, and then you would show up and just zap whatever it was and keep on walking.
I was using the spell Zap against my buddy Spellzapp.
Yeah. The early game really was just watching both of you experience kind of the same hardships at the same time. I actually decided to track the time for it. You were the first in the air at 1 hour 23 minutes by like 8 seconds.
Wow.
You both got the floater just about the same time. You both left ordeals at the same. Like, you guys for a lot of the beginning were either hand in hand or crisscrossing the same locations. You both got the floater. You both leave to get the floater. One goes east, one goes west. You both get there at almost the exact same time and get the floater. And we're just like, well, all right.
So was the biggest difference me full clearing the game looking for the bottle that I left behind in Northwest?
Yeah.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah.
He bounced out of Topher a lot because he had no ribbons and some other issues. While he was doing that, you were full clearing looking for the bottle.
Right. And there was
Yeah.
also the question of levels. Like, I think Spellzapp's first dive, the knight was 24, but everyone else was around 20, I think.
Yeah, we were just
21.
doing a little bit of exploring on that first couple of dives.
Yeah.
Yeah, his party got yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I should have known. Like when we did these flags on Saturday, like every loose item rolled to the inner sea, and that's why like I prioritized doing all that stuff before going off to Sky, and I just totally forgot about Northwest because I even went and did Marsh Locked, and had I just remembered, I would have not full cleared Sky, which took forever. Especially I think I wiped out of there after my first Warmat kill, which felt bad. I was like, "Yay, I did it! My knight's level 25." 3 steps later, a bunch of evasive vampires just beat the crap out of me. I was like, "Cool."
Oh, those
I
are the
think-
worst.
I think that was the time when you just hit reset like 8 times in a row.
There was definitely a time that happened. There was a lot of like me throwing my hand. Good thing my camera wasn't on. This is probably the most physically I've reacted to a seed. Just like
Yeah,
just
it was
trying
nuts.
to. Yeah.
I had a lot of like head and hand sort of moments.
Yeah.
Face
Or-
palm.
I was
There
just
was
like-
a lot of times I wanted to forfeit.
Same.
Just say like, "Nah, you can just keep it, bro. You can just keep the belt. I don't want it anymore. It's not worth it." I'm sorry, I cut you off. Spell that.
I was gonna say, I think I got into like 3 image fights in a row. I didn't have any
Oh,
magic,
God.
Mhm.
So-
That
Yeah.
was
I
one
was
of
just
them.
sitting there with my hand on the on the attack button.
Yeah, that was one of the fights that like you had been in probably at least 2 minutes. And then
Yeah.
Caleb just came right up behind you and just zapped him, and then we kept walking.
Oh, they got me. They got me a couple times though.
Yeah, I think there was a
I've-
good parallel where Spellzapp had just finished slogging through his 4-minute image fight and immediately walked into another one, as Caleb walks into one having had his party turned to stone by wizards, and
Yeah.
sees that melee isn't gonna work. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened too.
it was just like, oh my god, this earth cave.
Oh, Earth, Marsh. They were
Mhm.
both. They were both in the overworld. Like just trying to get to the Provoca town. Like with And then I was like, oh, I guess I'm just hard resetting and I'm just gonna save scum. Like the run wasn't great on the hard reset, but it was fine. Like when Imps had like Fire 2, Grimps like ambushed with Trance and Stun Touch.
I think Grimps had glare too.
Yeah, and then Wolves or Werewolves or Gerwolves had Stone Touch.
Mhm.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. But we did it. We did it together, Spellzapp.
Made it. Hooray.
We
One of
did
the
it.
things That, and I'm assuming what you were doing, Spellzapp, which was a little funny, but kind of hurt to watch, was when you went to get the herb from the prince, but couldn't get through the vampire to get the key when you
Oh, that
turned
was-
it in. So,
Sad.
yeah, so he left there and then went to try to get through the ghost that was the adamant turn in to get the X-Cow, I'm assuming to get through the vampire that had the key, and couldn't get through the ghost to get the X-Cow to get through. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I didn't know if these
It
seeds
all
had
felt
like
real bad.
some sort of boost to undead.
Yeah, they do. I
Okay.
forgot to mention that. Yeah, undead across the border, like kind of boosted.
Like, oop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the worst feel for me was realizing that there were no black wizards available.
Yeah.
Even with like when I found Gaia and I went to the level 8 shops just for the information, I saw Fade, went next door and saw Nuke. And I was like, this doesn't feel good. This feels
No.
very bad. This is not going to be a fun time.
No.
And then I forgot level 1 exit was available like for like an hour after I got my white mage.
I think by the time I got my white mage, I didn't need it. I still
Yeah.
picked it up, but
Yeah, I almost picked up the second one, but I was like, no, let me hold out in case, like, because I don't want to replace my red mage with it. And then the black mage never materialized. And
see, I thought you actually took a black mage at the beginning,
Mhm.
because that was my regret. I was like, oh, Ice 3, I could actually use that, I think. I
Yeah,
don't remember
I think so,
exactly
yeah.
if you can or not, but
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
think
can.
and I was like,
Yeah.
well, at the same time, Ice 3 doesn't really help you. I mean, it would have helped Marsh Cave for sure, but it doesn't really help you against those crazy undead, because it does about as much as Fire 1. Anyway.
Yeah. I also think on the second seed we had like nuke level 3 or 4. So, and like there were 2 black mages available, where this one there were 2 white mages. But man, what are the difference between 2 seeds? But
Mhm.
it was cool, like, I guess, to show off Wildham's spooky Lich's Revenge flags on SpeedGaming.
Mhm.
So
No, I definitely
It's-
had a great time. Very high highs and very low lows, I think, on this one.
peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
I was trying to like hold on some of the text boxes because like all of the text in the game has changed. Like I don't know if you saw the dialogue when Garland is like taken care of.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
we
cool.
commented on that. Because I wasn't in the previous one, so this is my first time seeing these flags. So seeing so many of the text changes, it's like, oh, this is neat.
Yeah, and then like giving the TNT and Eric's like, yes, now Lich's army will flow through the world. It's like, oh man, what'd I do?
I kept forgetting every turn in was going to be a fight.
Oh yeah, I told you that one. I warned you about.
I know, but I just kept forgetting. I got
Yeah.
bodied by the bottle turn in.
Oh, what was the bottle? That was another ghost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, by that time I was like level 25 and I had the +2 Masa and just blew up everything.
Yeah, I was just gonna like, oh, I'll just go turn on the bottle, I'll res somebody. So I just go into the fight. I got like a guy at 1 HP. I've got some people like half.
I visibly flinched going into the chaos room because I was like, doop, 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 and then I walked in and I tried to hit my menu and I just pushed A instead, and I was like, no, no, no.
Like, Fizzle made a comment about how like you didn't heal right before that, and I remember like you talking about it in the race room beforehand. Like there's like the thing, and at least I thought that's what you were talking about, like right before whatever, like make sure you heal. Because I wasn't paying close attention, and it was like maybe that's what he was talking about. It's like, and if that's the case, he knew to heal. He mistakes were made.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, all right, well, no, like I visibly like flinched, like I was like, no, like the dog got scared. I was like, well, if I die here, this is the end of the run for me. I was like, I knew I could kill Warmac with just, I had 2 Ruse shirts. I was like, or Ruse items. I was like, I can survive this. It'll just take forever. And then the big lich at the end with Cure 4 and Nuke was spooky.
I think my favorite part of, the Chaos Lich at the end was on Spellzapp side that the person who took it down was his character Dang.
Nice. That's pretty good.
All right, I think we're going to wrap this up. I think we'll move on to final thoughts. We'll start with our winner, Spellzapp. Final thoughts.
It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
Caleb, final thoughts.
It's too spooky for me, man. GG Spellzapp.
My partner in crime, Danny, final thoughts.
Oh, just the fact that you even considered playing this makes you both braver than me. The fact that you stuck with it makes you crazy or saner than me. I'm not sure which. But it was a lot of fun. GG to you both. Thanks to, SpeedGaming for letting us put this on today. It was a very last minute addition to their schedule, and they were super great and got us added. Thanks to Magius who did our tracking this evening, everybody who watched, and to Fizzle for doing comms with me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, big, huge shout outs to SpeedGaming for hosting us tonight. Everyone stick around and watch throughout the week, through the next coming weeks actually, for the SG Live tournaments. They're sure to be a lot of fun. There will be an FFR tournament as well. It's going to be great. I highly encourage you to watch it. But for all of us at the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, my name is Lorfin Borfin, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everyone.